Namaskar and welcome to Nakshatra Niketan, Gurugram. Friends, I invited suggestions from my followers regarding the topics to be taken up for presentation by me. I received several suggestions and today's topic I have picked them from those suggestions only. The topic that I am going to talk about today is about retrograde planets. See, when we say retrograde, it is for layman, it means the planet is traversing in the backward direction, reverse direction. But technically speaking, no heavenly body or planet travels backwards. It is only a kind of illusion, and that happens because of relative speeds of the two planets, one of them being Earth and another being one of these faster or slower moving planets. Because of this relative motion, the illusion arises, and because of that illusion, the person feels that the planet is moving towards backward direction, while earlier it was moving in the forward direction. I may just remind you that whenever two trains are running on the track, one is a slower one, another is a faster one. So when faster one comes near to the slower one, the person sitting in faster train would feel as if the slower train is moving backwards. Most of you must have observed this, and that can also be observed if a faster moving car crosses a slower one. So at that time also, the driver or the person sitting in a faster moving car, he feels as if the slower one is moving backwards. Same sort of phenomena happens about the heavenly bodies. In Vedic astrology, we adopt geocentric approach. That means every measurement is to be done from Earth. And when we see the position of the planet from Earth, sometimes it seems to be moving backwards. How this happens, that I would like to show you on the board. For example, I have taken Mercury and Earth. This is at the center is Sun. Around Sun, all the planets, they are moving in their respective orbits. Some are at a far distance, some are closer distance. So Mercury is one of them. Mercury is closer to Sun and it is moving in this orbit. Earth is placed here and Sun is at the center. When we see from Earth, we draw a line from center of the Earth to the center of Mercury, and we see that position in the background, and background means that is composed of the Rashis and Nakshatras. So this is where it is to be seen. When Mercury moves to second position, then it comes to, this is +1, this is +2. When it comes at this position, it is at +3. But when it is moving closer towards this side, then if we draw this line from center of Earth to the center of Mercury, then we find that in this position, this is the line drawn. Earlier it was seen here, now it is seen here. It comes further closer, then we draw the line, it comes at -3 position. And still further, it is going to come at -2. So earlier the position was that the planet seems to be moving in this direction, say from right to left, and now it is being seen to move from left to right. So this is the kind of illusion that takes place in case of a faster moving planet. Same phenomena can be explained from the other planet which is much slower in speed. Say maybe Mars, maybe Jupiter, maybe Saturn. So here again, Sun is at the center, Earth is at a closer orbit, and further to Earth it is, say, Mars. Mars is a slower moving planet. When we see the position of Mars from Earth, this is the position. This I have written as +1. Again, when it moves further, because this is to be seen from Earth, Earth is moving faster than that planet. When Earth comes here, then this goes to +2. When Earth comes further here, it goes to +3. But as soon as Earth comes to this position, then instead of this +3, it comes back to -3 position. And when it comes further here, it comes to +2 position. For example, just see this. This comes to this side. And if Earth moves to this position, it has gone further towards left. That means earlier the planet seems to be traveling from +1, +2, +3, this direction. And now it is being seen to travel from this side to this side. This is a reverse side. So this is a phenomena that is happening, and this is happening because of relative motion of the two planets, where Earth is, we take all these measurements from Earth to be taken as the center for measurement. So this is a phenomena which is going to happen, and that creates the kind of illusion. Now, I have just kept this planet at the same position, and likewise this Earth at the same position, just to show it very clearly how this is going to happen. Otherwise, Earth is also slightly moving, and Mars is also slightly moving. Earth in comparison to Mercury is much slower, and here Mars in comparison to Earth's motion is much slower. So it was just to show you how this is going to appear to be moving in the reverse direction. But no planet in fact is moving towards reverse direction. Now I have written here one formula as to how many times a planet can attain a reverse position or retrograde position. The formula is n is equal to n-1/n. The capital N is to be calculated, and that is going to represent how many times in a year a planet get a retrograde motion. Now we have taken, for example, here we have taken position of Saturn. Saturn in one revolution, or to cover the complete zodiac comprising of 12 rashis, it is going to take 29.46. Roughly, we always say it takes 30 years time. And this is slightly exact one, 29.46 years. So when we calculate the number of times it is going to be retrograde, 29.46 minus 1 divided by 29.46. So this comes to 0.97 times. That means lesser than 1, slightly lesser than 1. So every year Saturn is going to be coming into a retrograde position. That is every 1 year. Same thing is now calculated for the various other planets. Friends, you know that Sun and Moon, they never get retro. So I have taken the position of other planets. See, Mercury takes 0.24 years to complete one revolution of, say, 12 rashis. So based on that, if you apply the same formula, then it comes to 3.2 times. That means Mercury is going to get retro more than 3 times every year. And after retrogression, another 115 days, again it is going to get in retro position. When we come to Venus, it takes 0.61 years for complete revolution around Sun, and it gets retro 0.64 times. So roughly say every alternate year, Venus gets in retrograde position. And this is also made very clear here that after 570 days, again it is going to be retro. When we talk about Mars, it takes 1.88 years and it gets retro 0.47 times. And it is going to take 780 days for Mars to again become retro. So almost you can say that more than 2 years time is here. And when Mars becomes retro, sometimes it takes 4 to 6 months also in the same Rashi. When we come to Jupiter, then this figure comes to 0.92. That means almost every year it is going to be a retro planet. And after 399 days, again it is going to become retro. When we come to Saturn, already it has been calculated. So every 378 days, it is going to become in retro position. In case of Uranus, Neptune and Pluto, it is almost every year once they are going to be in retro position. I have also given a rough percentages for how much percentage time a planet gets into retrograde position. So in case of Mercury, it is 20%. In case of Venus, it is 7%. And in case of Jupiter, it is 30%. Saturn, 36% of time, it is in retro position. Uranus, Neptune and Pluto, it is from 41 to 44% times. So this is, as a snapshot, you can take it, that every planet apart from Sun and Moon, they get into retrograde motion, and this is the way how it is going to be calculated. This is part of astronomy. Now I come to second part as to what is the implication of a retro planet. See, in various classical books, our texts, old books, almost all the books contain some or other chapter on retrograde position of the planets. The Phal Deepika of Mantreshwar, Satyajatkam of Satyacharya, Horasar of Prithyash, Parashar, of course, Parashar, Horashastri is there. So all these 4 scholars, they say that whenever a planet is in retro motion, it is going to acquire much more power compared to its average position. So all these, Phal Deepika or Satyajatakam, Horasar or Parashar. In Parashar Horashastra, there are 8 speeds mentioned about the planet. One is Vakra position, another is Ati Anuvakra, then it is Gati Shunya or Vikal position, then it is Mand, then Mandatar, like that you see, then it is Sam, then Chara and Atichara. So various position depending upon the speed of the planet. And what I am interested is that when it is in Vakra position or retrograde position, the scholar gives 60 Shashtyansh strength or bal to the planet compared to only 7.5 for Mandatara position. That means it is acknowledged that a retrograde planet gets much more power compared to its ordinary position. Now some variations are there in other Shastras. Saravali, Jatak Tattva, Bhavat Ratnakar or Jyotish Tattva Prakash. They mention here particularly that if benefic planets become retro, they give extra auspicious results. But if natural malefic planets get retro, they do gain more strength, but then they are also capable of doing more damage. So their stress is not only on the strength, but on the implications of the retrogression. So these 4 textbooks, they mention that benefics may be natural benefic planet they are referring to, so they get extra auspicious about giving results to the native. Another book is there, that is Uttar Kalamrit of Kalidaji. There's one interesting fact is there that says that if a natural benefic planet is exalted and at the same time it is also retrograde, then it is going to act just like a debilitated or niche planet. In case it is a debilitated or niche planet and also in retro position, then it is going to act as exalted planet. And I would also like to tell you about extra power which is retained by a retrograde planet. I have given reference of Jatak Parijat and Anshayu method of longevity. In Anshayu method of longevity, a retrograde planet is treated just like an exalted planet, and whatever years is contributed by way of longevity by that planet is multiplied 3 times. Jatak Parijat says that it should be reduced by 3 times. Anyway, so many complications are there, and our scholars disagree about the exact implication of the role of retro planets. Friends, in my own experience, I have also found that a retro planet is normally acquiring more power, and I would like to see it from the functional role of the planet. If it is lord of, whether it is natural benefic or malefic, if it is lord of a benefic house, then it is going to be extra auspicious for the native, because it is going to do better justice to its own houses. If it is lord of malefic houses, say 6, 8 or 12, in that case, when it acquires more power, then obviously it is going to do more damage to the native. As far as health is concerned, I have seen that all retrograde planets, they are not friendly at all as far as health of the native is concerned, whether it is a natural malefic or a natural benefic. But of course, if it is a natural malefic planet and also it is retrograde, then you can expect more damage from such a planet. Friends, I would like to do another video on this, because I would like to illustrate all these things by way of taking examples. In practice, what is found, that is of more importance than about debating whatever somebody has said in our books. Well, friends, if you like this presentation, please subscribe to our channel and give your suggestions, your views, and the topics you would like to hear from me. Thank you very much for viewing.